The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So South Carolina's offense is on the field for the first time today. And all eyes on this man as he takes the field. The defense knows they're going to try to throw him the football, and it probably won't matter, guys.
Oh, but the defense, Reese, will be locked in. He will see double coverage. They will know where he's at on every single snap, Jesse, or else you will get beat quick, fast, and in a hurry.
He's one of the few receivers in the country, guys, where if it's man coverage is open, zone coverage is open, if he's double covered, he's open. Throw that guy the ball.
You can tell this is a pass game. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Leaves it with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. He makes the connection, and they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, trying to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. So the Florida Gators offense will go to work for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run play action. He's going to run it.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
The Gators are flying down the field. It's a draw.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Wants to throw. It's Lagway, using his legs to buy some time. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
With the catch, it's Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
They've already failed to convert on 4th down once in the first quarter. Doesn't stop them from trying it here. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Trying to get to him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. They've got the screen set up. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. The Gamecocks decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way.
Lofts one high and deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages, because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. When you look at the design of a draw play, you don't often see it going to the outside, but I'm not sure he had much of a choice there.
The running back couldn't find a hole. The defense wasn't full. Listen, when you do see a draw as a defensive lineman, you don't bite. You don't run up the field. You don't rush the passer like they want you to. You sit there and play run for a second. Great job by that defensive line, not running themselves out of the play.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Grabbed on the outside, it's Sanders.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. 2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Badger. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. They're bringing heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
Breaks the tackle. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job on the defense, understanding 1st and goal. What do most people do on 1st and goal? They're going to try to run the football in. The defense says, nah, not in my house. Nice job getting in the backfield, getting the stop.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gators!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to move it through the air. Going over the top. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a...
Going downfield for the big play. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about this offense responding late in the first half, getting the score, now an extra point away from tying this football game, going into the half. That's exactly how you draw up a 2-minute drill. That's how you want to finish a half.
And the extra point splits the uprights. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. It's been very evenly played through 2 quarters. Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able...
Got a lot of running room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And that ball is picked off. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
You got to be sharp in the red zone. You can't turn the football over in the red zone. You got to be crisp. You got to be on time. You can tell the QB wasn't on time. The defender made him pay. Nice interception, stealing points now off the board.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
A little screen to the running back. Oh, sick, nasty move, and he's loose. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Fresh set of downs after the completion. On the run, it's Sanders. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Hard-earned yards, man. You got to get these first downs any way you can. And sometimes it's not going to be easy. You can't just do it conventionally handing it off. This offense is going to have to be creative. Football is a game of inches, and you've just got to find the angles to give yourself an advantage. That creative play call right there really helped them out.
Quarterback adapting. At the 35, he's open. Can anyone catch him? And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Getting some heat. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The play action fake. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's McDowell. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the...
He's taking the shot. What a snag by the defense. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Gets it inside the 10. Smacks it with the stiff arm. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, South Carolina, 7.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. You see a Gator bringing the heat like that, you think about Derek Harvey, who was the MVP of the national championship game in 06.
And Alex Brown and Javon Curse, they had a long list of guys that can really make the quarterback's life difficult. You gotta put pressure on the quarterback. You gotta affect him. Really nice job on this play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up 3rd down.
Fires left. Got his man. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. They'll run the screen. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did... You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. They got to him in a heartbeat. Man, was he back there quickly.
And you can see the linebackers up near the line of scrimmage. Which one's coming? He comes flying through with great speed. The offense had no clue how to get him blocked, and he gets the big sack.
He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And no messing around right now if you're on offense. This is the time where execution has got to be at a premium. You need to hit completions, David. They need some big plays.
And you just want to keep pressuring them and keep making them use the clock. Give them the underneath stuff. And again, when they drive the football down the field, I just can't give up touchdowns. Field goal at this point is not going to hurt my defense.
The Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football
looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
That is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
And you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Makes his connection. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and is picked off. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. And the Gators get enough for the first down.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now on first down from the 30. The give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. These corners backing off a bit. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Fires to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Quarterbacks have got to have composure. And I know this guy's thrown some picks. He hasn't thrown for a ton of yards. But if he can put a great drive together here, and he's got the talent and ability to do that, he can lead his team to victory in this 2-minute situation.
Caught close to the marker. It's Brown. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Unloads it downfield. And it's caught inside the 15. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Going for 6. And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And we could be headed to overtime. So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a crease. It's Daniels. Oh, what a move to get open. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Florida.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Lagway. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
Man, that was exhilarating, incredible game from start to finish, and I mean the very finish.
And you have to dial in at those moments, right? It's easier said than done. Oh, I'm going to call this, but in the clutch, when you need it the most, you've got to put possessions together. You've got to get in the end zone to come through. This offense has got to be jacked.
Looking back on it, too, was there ever any doubt that that was the guy they were going to go to when the game was on the line? This dude's been making plays all season long. You've got to put the ball in the hands of your best playmakers in situations like that, and that's what they did.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Nestled in the hills of Virginia, where touching the Hokie Stone means remembering the legends who formed the foundation of a power. Names like Vic and Beamer and a lunch pail mentality that applies to the Virginia Tech Hokies. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on another team from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here. David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hokies will put total leather and we'll get started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. Helped bring it out to the 25. So the Clemson Tigers offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he is, one of the best receivers in the game, and he just commands attention, both from the defense and from the fans.
Yeah, he's a guy you got to keep your eye on, and you're going to see him line up all over the field in this game. He can play in the slot, he can play out wide.
running back error.
Entire gamut in the route tree as well. Really nothing this guy can't do.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Scanning the field, it's Klubnik. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Man, if you're going to win games, you've got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch called for and made. The Hokies offense will take the field for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Hokies will line up to punt it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
At the 45 on his way. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. It's a thing at Clemson to run downhill, literally, usually when they enter the stadium. But sometimes it feels like this running game's doing that.
They run down the hill, and a lot of...
He lets one fly deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. There's a better play there by the defense.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. The quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Fundamental football with the Hokies. We talk about special teams, but the running game has always been part of their DNA.
And when you continue to find guys at the running back spot like David Wilson, and those guys that you can feature, you can give them the ball, establish that physicality, establish that playmaking, it gets everything rolling for this offense.
Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Let's go. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Power football with the run. The Hokies get enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Hokies are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to pop the draw. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draw plays.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Drones. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Gonna run it. It's Tootin. Still on his feet. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
It's a really nice job of the offense mixing it up on this drive. We've seen some nice plays throwing it. How about that one running it too? Great push up front.
The Hokies trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Trying to run it in. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. They're trying to slam it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Drones. Coming after it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Well, here's an interesting decision. It's early in the game. Do you want to be aggressive and try to seize momentum and go for this? Or do you just take the field goal and take the points?
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Scrambling away. And to get rid of it quickly. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last round.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And I know most offensive coaches, they're going to be thrilled taking all these 50-50 shots against man coverage. I don't know, though, if they want to keep testing that defensive back. He has been on fire.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's grinding stool. And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Back to pass, it's Klubnik. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game of divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Setting up the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on 1st down.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Pressure coming. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Clemson will come to the line with the 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
And right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Groves. Going for it all. And the ball is intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Picks up 6. Brings up 2nd down.
One snap coming before they head to the locker room. The give to the tailback. And he takes this one back to the line of scrimmage, a rather anticlimactic end to the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Looking for a gap. It's Tootin. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he makes the catch. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
After the big 1st down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. Give to the back. After the filthy move, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. It is good. There is a flag on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, it might not change that much. Offense has already made the long field goal. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A pretty short drive there, covering 38 yards. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. He'll bring it out. It's Tootin. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. This is what... ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out to be able to climb the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking for a man. It's Drones. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They're trying to get through. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. He'll call for the fair catch here. First down for this offense. Out of the gun, the inside give. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Tackle is made. Number 4, brings up second down.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up.
Virginia Tech, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to the ground with the running back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell.
Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. This Clemson defense has been something across the entire game. Old school lockdown.
I mean, unbelievable. Shutting down everything you want to do. Shutting down the run, shutting down the pass. This defense has been lights out. We've seen a lot of great defensive performances from the Clemson Tigers. This is right up there with the best of them.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Slings it. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense...
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
He'll take a shot. He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down set.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's complete. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokie. So, guys, that touchdown was huge, but they have to get the 2 here to make it a 1-possession game. Slams it ahead. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the 1st half. And here they are in the 2nd half defending a deep ball.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Going to the ground. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Clemson will send the punt team out. He gets a block. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive from the 42. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Drones. Unloads to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He'll try to take it back. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
23, Virginia Tech, 8.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David can swing. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get it done.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another